Anywho, ugh, you want to record? I'll count us down because we all know I love recording. In three, two, one, let's start. One day it'll be warmer in San Francisco when we wake up. It's coming. January will end. So will February. Anywho, let's do the thing. So find a sitting position that's comfortable, yet it's relaxed, yet alert. You can close your eyes if that's comfortable. Let's take three deep breaths together. So let's breathe in through the nose. Okay, sit up a little bit taller on the in breath. And then as you breathe out slowly, let your shoulders sink down. Feel the air as it exits your lips. And number two, let's breathe in through the nose. And then relax back down. Maybe even sigh a little on the out breath. Okay, last deep breath together. Let's breathe in and sink back down. Relax even more deeply. And you can resume a normal breathing pattern. Let's relax our whole body, head to toe. So focus on the crown of your head to start. It's plugged into the ceiling. We're going to work our way down. So you're iron out any wrinkles in your forehead. Relax your eyelids, your cheeks, your jaw, relaxing your whole face. Okay. And then down from your head to your neck. Be wiggling your neck a little bit. And then notice how your neck attaches to your shoulders, breathing through the shoulders, down to your arms. And then notice how your arms feel, where they are, all the way down to your palms and fingertips. Notice how your hands feel for a moment. They're cold. Okay. If they're resting in your lap or on your knees. And let's work our way back to our chest. And just seeing how it expands as you breathe in, how it contracts as you breathe out, down to your belly, okay, down your spine to your bottom, how your glutes touch your mat, through breathing in through your quads and hamstrings to your knees, and then through your calves to your feet. Then notice where your feet and your bottom are onto your mat. And then just continue to sit and breathe through your whole body now. All right, let's take one more deep breath together and then hold it at the top. Then I'll play the singing bowl, and that's release your breath. So let's breathe out and open up our eyes. Oh, off my block. And let's start with a side stretch. So let's look up and reach our arms up. Oh, Let's start on the left with the side stretch. So planting the left palm on your mat. Your right arm reaches over your head and body. Okay. Keep that right sit bone planted and turn your chin, look up. Oof. And let's lift the left hand back up to the top and gently reach over to the right. Okay, give me a loud groan as you breathe out. I can feel that stretch all the way to my ribs. All right, bring that right hand back up to the top and bring the hands back down. Ooh. All right, let's twist counterclockwise. Okay, spine is nice and tall. Pressing both palms, or I'm sorry, pressing the right palm into the left knee, pressing the left palm on the floor. What I meant to say is we're pressing both palms, different positions, feeling the spine twist. And then on your next exhale, unwind back to center and then gently twist clockwise. Ugh. Looking back behind you in the other direction. Okay, the sun is slowly starting to come up. Maybe it came up a little bit sooner. That'd be great. Ooh. And then once again, as you breathe out, unwind. Oh, and then we're gonna do our cobbler pose next. So bring the soles of your feet together. Pull your feet in towards your soft tissue. Let your knees drop. And then lean forward like a hinge. Pretend you're trying to touch your belly button to your heels or your toes. Every time you breathe out, relax your body so you can pull yourself a little bit closer to your toes. Oof. All right. And then let's round out our backs and reach our hands on the floor in front of us. Slide forward as we round out our backs as much as we can. Ugh, all right, that's about good. Ooh, sit back up. Let's stand. I'm going to take off my socks real quick. We want to stand up and do a hamstring stretch. Taking our time getting up. A lot of taking our time today. All right, nice wide stance. Legs are straight, toes facing forward. Reach the hands up to the ceiling and then breathe out as you swan dive down. Okay. Either placing the fingertips or palms on the floor, looking through your legs at the wall behind you. Greeting your hamstrings. All right, let's take this stretch a step further. Let's take our hands and clasp them behind your lower back, and then reach your arms up to the ceiling or towards the front of the room, and letting the weight of your upper body hang there, accentuating the hamstring stretch. And then breathe out and release your hands gently back down to the ground. And let's do a little windmill action. So plant the right palm on the floor, right fingertips on the floor, and then reach your left fingertips up to the ceiling. Okay, turning your eyes upward as well. Gently breathing. And then let's exhale that left arm back down to the ground. Okay, left palm is now planted. Right fingertips reaching up as we look up towards the ceiling on the right side. And then exhaling that right arm down. And then the upper body dangle. And then from here, we're going to do a hip stretch. So let's rotate 90 degrees to the right. You can use your fingertips to support yourself. So you're in a low lunge for a moment, and then drop that right knee down to the ground. You can bring your torso up. Okay, rotate your hips. Feel that right hip stretch out. You can even raise the right arm. Ooh, ooh. Hmm. Let's go for a little bit longer. My right hip needs it. All right, let's bring the arms and torso back down. Let's get it back on the right toes, lifting the right knee. And then gently rotating back to center, straightening up the left leg. And then rotating 90 degrees to the right until you're in a lunge on the right side. And then gently drop that left knee down, arms come up, torso comes up. Ooh, left hip needs it just as much as the right, but that's okay. All right, let's bring the arms and torso back down. Let's get back on the left toes. Let's gently rotate back to the long side of our mat. Both legs are straight. And let's just hang out here for a few breaths. Let the weight of your upper body hang out. It's really doing all the work here. Ooh. All right. I'm going to count to 10. We're going to straighten up our bodies. So you let your arms hang down towards the ground. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Oh, I don't know if you can tell, but my hamstrings needed it today, so that's why it went so long. All right. You can bring your legs back to normal. Oh, let's do a neck stretch. Let's grab the left wrist behind your back. Drop your head to the right. Oh. Let's roll the head forward, look down at the ground, down at your feet. Then roll the head back and look up. All right. Roll it back to center and then back up top. You want to switch wrists. Let's grab the left wrist. Head goes down to the left. And let's look up to start on this side. Feel a little fun with your back. And then rolling the head forward. Back to center and then back up top. You can release your right wrist. Let's do a standing side stretch. So bring your feet together, stand up nice and tall. Raise the arms up. Reach your fingertips a little bit higher towards the ceiling. And let's start on the left. So left hand is along the left side of your body. Right arm is overhead, reaching for the upper left-hand corner of the room. Ooh. All right, let's bring that left arm back up. Drop the right arm down. Ooh. I have to pretend like I'm trying to reach for the ground with the arm that's down without losing my balance. We're gonna bring that right arm back up to the top, then bring the palms to center. Ooh, and then keeping the hands where they are, we're just going to gently widen our stance for Malasana. Okay, head and chest up. Lower yourself down. Oh wow, my ankle cracked. That was crazy. I don't know if you can hear that. Thank God. Feels like I'm breaking. Don't need that. Imagine having a recording of me just collapsing. Or I guess we're all being recorded, so someone just collapses like, huh? Anywho, let's support yourself with your hands on the legs. Ooh, groan on the way up. Oh, I'm so glad no one else can hear me cracking. All right, let's do a split leg hamstring stretch. I'm going to start on my left. So left leg is out in front, heels are in line, arms come up, reach for that ceiling, and exhale as you swan dive down. Okay, drive that right hip towards the left ankle. So every time you breathe out, see if you can twist a little bit more. You feel that left hamstring. Ooh, I barely can touch my nose to my knee. And let's bend that left knee and come up. Okay, switch legs. Right leg's in front. Heels are in line. Arms reach up. And then we're going to exhale down. And this side, drive the left hip towards the right ankle. Okay, same thing. Feel the pinch in the right hamstring. See if you can touch your nose to your knee. Boop. Only just. All right, let's bend the right knee. Ugh. Come on up. Come to the front of your mat. Feet and legs are together. Stand up nice and tall. Let's do 2 warm-up swan dives. So arms come up. Reach for the ceiling. Swan dive down. Nice flat back. Okay. Come up to flat back. Rest your hands on your knees. Exhale as you round out your back, and then eyes and head up, reverse swan dive. Back is nice and strong, arms are up top. And let's swan dive down for a second time. Okay, reach for those toes. Come up to flat back. Enjoy that little stretch here. Rounding out the back, reach a little bit further down to the ground, and then reverse swan dive for a second time. Hands are at the top. All right. Swan dive down. We're feeling good. Up to flat back. Then as you exhale, round out your back and plant your palm to the mat. Step back into plank. And then chaturanga all the way down into upward dog. Okay, push the floor away. Okay, back into plank. Give me a push up here if you'd like. And into downward dog. I want everyone to look at their hands for a moment. Make sure your fingers are spread evenly on both sides. And then push the floor away. Legs are straight. Reach your calves. Stretch them now. Let's bend the right knee. Okay, put more weight on that left side. Feel the left calf stretch out. Then we're going to switch sides over to the right. Okay, breathe into the stretch. Feel that calf get longer. Okay, switch sides back to the left. And then one more time on the right. Ooh. All right. Let's straighten up both legs. Let's do a sun salutation. We're just walking the feet towards the hands.
Okay, bring the feet together and then reverse swan dive. Until the hands are at the top. And swan dive down. The ground feels so much closer now. Up to flat back. Exhale, round at your back. Plant both palms, stepping back into plank. And let's chaturanga down to upward dog. Okay, back to plank, push up here, and returning to downward dog. Okay, let's do our crescent pose. So feet and legs together. We're going to start on our left side. So float the left leg up into the air, and swing the left leg forward and plant it in front. And then bring the arms and torso up. Okay, right leg is straight. Right heel's reaching down to the mat, while the fingertips reach up to the ceiling. Make sure that front knee is tracking over the front ankle. And then bring the hands together and as we twist into prayer twist on the left. Okay, hands are stacked. Right elbow is pressed into the left knee. Breathe. Never forget to breathe. All right, let's exit prayer twist and return to crescent pose. Reach both arms up. And then exhale, bring everything back down. Plant the palms. Left leg comes back to plank. Let's chaturanga down into upward dog. And let's do crescent pose on the other side. So back to plank. Give me a push up here. And we're back in downward dog. Bring your feet together behind you. Then float the right leg up into the air. Ooh. Swing that right leg through and plant it in front. Bring the arms and torso up for crescent pose on the left. Okay, remember in crescent pose, you want that back heel to be reaching down to the mat. I definitely feel that in my left hip. All right, lower the hands to heart center. And let's come into prayer twist on the right. Ooh. Ooh. And every time you breathe out, so you can relax a little bit lower. Maybe shake a little bit less as you hold the pose. All right, let's return to crescent pose. Reach those arms up into the ceiling. And then exhale, bring the arms back down, plant both palms. Right leg comes back to plank, and let's chaturanga down to upward dog. Okay, sun salutation here. So back to plank. And walk the feet towards the hands. And reverse swan dive. Hands are at the top. Swan dive down. Up to flat back. And then let's exhale, plant both palms. Legs come back to plank, and let's chaturanga down to upward dog. Back to plank, push up if you'd like, and then into downward dog. All right, we're back on the left side as we start the warrior sequence. So feet together. Let's do some knee to nose variation. So float the left leg up into the air and then knee to nose. One more time up. Let's try another knee to nose. Third and final time up into the air. And then let's bring that left leg forward and plant it in front. And as your back heel comes down, your arms come up for warrior one. And make sure your arms are parallel. Don't let the elbows flare out. Reach for that ceiling with the arms. And then gently twist, come into warrior two. Settle with your breath. All right, let's do a twisting triangle pose this week. So gently turn your torso forward. Okay, you can keep your left arm on your left side. reach that right arm forward as far as you can. Reach, 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 reach. And you can reach no further. Drop the right fingertips or right palm down to the ground. Left arm reaches up to the ceiling. Okay. Turn your chin if you can and look up towards the ceiling. Give me a nice straight right arm. Press that palm into the floor. Breathe. All right. And then gently lift that right arm off the mat. Return to warrior two. Take a deep breath. And then let's dip back into reverse warrior. Okay, left fingertips are reaching towards the wall behind us. Back to warrior two. And let's swing those arms up for warrior one. And then as your torso comes down to the mat, that right heel comes up, plant both palms. Left leg comes back to plank, and let's chaturanga down to an upward dog. Okay, back to plank, walk the feet towards the hands, and reverse swan dive. To the hands are at the top. Swan dive back down, up to flat back. Then round out that back, plant both palms. Legs come back to plank, chaturanga down to upward dog. And back to plank, push up here, into downward dog. And we're gonna do the same thing on the right side. So we're gonna knee to nose, so feet and legs together. Float the right leg up into the air, and then bring your knee to your nose. Boop. Right leg comes up. Second time, knee to nose. Third time up. Let's swing that right leg forward, plant it in front. And as the arms and torso come up, that left heel comes down. Make sure the front knee is tracking over the front ankle. Settle in. Then arms front and back for warrior two. And palms are facing the ground, arms are parallel. And then we're gonna do the twisting triangle pose. So turn your torso forward, reach as far as you can with your left hand, reach forward, 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 and then drop it down. Right fingertips reach up. That right hamstring is feeling it. Feels good. That's what I mean. Feeling it feels good. That'll trick myself. All right. Let's gently pop up into warrior two. I know that right quad's on fire. Mine is. Let's dip back into reverse warrior. Don't put too much weight on that back leg. And then we're back into warrior two. Let's swing that arm forward and up for warrior one. And then exhale, bring everything back down. Plant both palms. Right leg comes back to plank. Let's chaturanga down to an upward dog. Sun salutation. So back to plank. And then walk the feet towards the hands. And reverse swan dive. Until the hands are at the top. Swan dive down. Up to flat back. And then exhaling everything back down. Plant both palms. Leg comes back to plank. And then gently lower your entire body down. Let's do a cobra. So legs and torso or down, or hips are down. Push the floor away. Hands are underneath the shoulders. Feel the front of your body. Say hello to those weird stomach muscles. All right, and then keep on pushing the floor away and gently turn the eyes and look up. Stretch the front of your neck. This one's always so weird for me. Ugh. All right. Look forward once again. We're going to come back to the plank, so get back on the toes. We're in a push-up position. Let's go into chair pose. So walk the feet gently towards the hands, and then bring your bottom down as your arms come up for chair pose. Give me a straight line from your bottom through your hips to your fingertips. And then let's straighten up our bodies, get off the heels, say hello to the animals around you while you yawn and reach up to the ceiling. And then exhale, bring the heels down, bring the hands to heart center. Let's do twisting chair pose on the right. Oh, my ankles are cracking. All right, really bend the knees, drop your bottom down as low as you can, and twisting chair pose. And we'll stay here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back to center and then straighten up your body for a second time as you reach up to the ceiling. Okay, balancing on those toes, working those beautiful, beautiful calves. Or not. Take a deep breath in and then breathe out as you lower back down. And let's come in a twisting chair pose on the left. Settling with the breath. Okay, maybe bending the knees a little bit more. See how low you can go without losing your balance, of course. All right, and then back to center. And then last time up. We know the drill by now. Get off those heels. Work those calves. And let's hold this one for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Heels down, hands come to center. We're going to take a quick bathroom break. Okay, so get some water if you need it.
Donna says she likes the rub break. My mat's a little shorter, but I don't mind. Yeah. Oh, girl. You like yoga. Huh? Oh, girl. You shaky?
All right, we'll wait for David to get back. Maybe. We'll give
Kona
him a-
says Kona says her favorite part of yoga is the chest rub break.
Oh, yeah. My favorite is the full body destroyer at the end where we're just lying for like 60 seconds.
We'll see what happens for that today, but
All right, let's stand up. Let's do tree. I'm gonna hit restart or resume, not restart. All right, I'm gonna start with my left. So all the weight in the left leg. Let's get the right foot in a position. Looks like Philippa's just ready. But lengthen your spine, stand up nice and tall, add the arms as needed, wherever that works for you. Okay, maybe stare very intently at a stationary item around you. Very thankful for the person that told me that. Don't look at a moving object. That is not the key. All right, we're going to exit in 3, 2, 1. Right leg comes out. Shake out my left ankle. I switch sides. We're on the right leg. Let's see if we're balanced this week. Ooh. Maybe, maybe not. Left leg's in position. Add the arms as needed. Okay, staring very intently now. We're going to exit in 3, 2, 1. Left leg comes out. I'm going to shake out that right ankle. I think last week we did a standing leg extension, but now we're going to do a royal dancer. All right, so royal dancer, we're all the weights on the left leg. Okay, left leg is straight. Grab the inside part of the right ankle with your right arm. Kick out that right leg, left arm balances you in the front. And go as high as feels comfortable. We're breathing, balancing. We're definitely feeling that stretch in that left leg. Let's hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ooh, hello. All right, shaking out that left ankle. Let's get the other side, shall we? Weights on the right foot and right leg. We're grabbing the inside part of the left ankle. We're kicking out the left leg. Let's see, we're going to repeat that. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently straightening up, shaking out the right ankle, and we're going to have a seat. Woo. All right, let's do table. So feet are planted in front, palms are planted behind, both shoulder distance. And let's lift our bodies off the mat. Okay, arms are straight. And you're an active table, active stretch. Constantly push your hips up towards the ceiling. This one always stretches the shoulders in such a magical way. Let's do one deep breath. So take a deep breath in. And as you breathe out, really push a little bit more. Go as high as you can. And then lower yourself back down to the mat. Lie down on your back. Ugh. And then clasp your fingertips underneath you as you push your hips back up towards the ceiling. Roll on your shoulders for bridge. Okay. Don't let your knees bow out to the sides. Keep them shoulder distance. Okay. Work those glutes, work those hamstrings. Nice long hold and glute bridge. We all love a good glute bridge. And then one vertebra at a time. As you breathe out, lower yourself back down. I'm taking my time. Oh. All right, let's go legs up for happy baby. Oof. Pull the knees in towards your underarms. Hear your bones crack once again. And then rock side to side, massage your spine against your mat. I'm going to get a couple more rocks in because this feels quite nice. Oof. All right, let's release the feet, drop the legs back down. Let's do a supine twist. I'm gonna hug my right knee into my chest. And let's hold it for a few moments. Enjoy where that stretch is in that inner thigh section. And then pull your knee out to the right a little bit. Notice how that stretch changes slightly. Oh, wow. All right, let's pull that right knee over to the left side of your body. Right arm extends out to the right. Okay, we're twisting our spines. We're wringing out our spines like a damp hand towel. And every time you breathe out, see if you can get a little more of a twist, find those extra degrees. See if you can relax enough so both your right knee and your right hand touch the ground. Ooh. All right, let's bring that right leg slowly back to center, rest it on the ground. And let's hug the left knee in towards our chest. Enjoying that same stretch, but on the left side. Oh. All right, let's pull pull the left knee out to the left. Oh my goodness. Okay, back to center momentarily. And then pull the left knee over your body to the right side. So we're twisting, reaching out to the left with our left arm, left fingertips. And breathe. Twist a little bit more. Ooh. Good job, everybody. All right, bring that left leg back to center. Realize I forgot a glute stretch, so we're going to stay in our backs. So let's plant the left foot, bring the right ankle onto the left quad. Let's grab the left shin and begin to greet that right glute. Hello, right glute. All right, let's do 3 long exhales. So breathe into the nose. And then exhale, relax your body. Let this right glute stretch out. Oh my goodness. Okay, number 2, breathe in. And long exhale. Very good. Last time on this side, breathe into the nose and out through the mouth. Oh. All right, release that left shin. Plant the right foot down. Left ankle comes into place. We're grabbing, reaching for that right shin. Let's repeat those 3 long breaths. All right, so breathe into the nose and out through the mouth. Okay, next one, breathe into the nose. And then breathe into the left glute. Oh. All right, last time here, breathe in. And then exhale. Relax your whole body. Let the stretch take over. Ugh. And then let go of that right shin. We're going to sit up. Ooh. I'm going to do a hamstring stretch. So I'm going to start with my left leg out in front. Bring my right heel into my soft tissue. Okay, flex the left foot so the toes are facing the ceiling. Arms reach up and exhale over the straight left leg. Okay, reach evenly with both hands. Keep the back of the left knee on the mat. And every time you breathe out, lower your torso down a little bit more, stretch a little bit more. Ooh. We're gonna hold this side for 3, 2, 1. Release. And out goes the right leg. In comes the left heel. Okay. Right toes are facing the ceiling. Arms start upwards. And we're exhaling over the straight right leg. Okay. Pretend like you're trying to touch the top of your head to your toes. And every time you exhale, relax your body. Let's hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, you can come up. Let's keep that right leg where it is. And gently get the left leg next to it. All right. So your quads, knees, calves, all touching, or mostly touching. Feet are flexed, arms are up. And then exhale over both straight legs. Oof. Okay. Look down at the ground. Bring the crown of your head a little bit closer to your feet. Stretch. Feel both hamstring. And let's hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's sit back up. Okay, let's keep the right foot or right leg where it is. Let's do another one for our spines and our glutes. So plant the left foot on the outside part of the right knee, and then turn counterclockwise. Wrap the right arm around that left leg. Okay, spine is nice and tall as you twist. You can even push your left fingertips or left palm into the ground. A little extra left glute action. And then as you breathe out, come back to center. Get the other side. So left leg is out in front. Plant that right foot on the outside of the left knee, and let's turn our torsos clockwise. Turn your right chin into that right shoulder, looking back behind you. Ooh, very good. Let's come back to center. Let's get on all fours for cat cow. Oh, taking our time. I'm gonna roll up my mat a couple times. All right. Crawl on our fours, untuck those toes, arms underneath the shoulders, and breathe in. Bring your head and bottom up. Chest is down. And then exhale, breathe out. I'm sorry, round out your back. Of course, exhale is breathe out. Inhale, head up. Exhale, head back down. Inhale, head up. Ooh. Exhale, head down. Okay. Inhale, head up. Okay, look up a little bit higher. And then exhale, try to reach your spine up towards the ceiling, push the floor away. And then last cycle, inhale, head up. And then exhale, head back down. Excuse me. Ooh. All right, coming in neutral spine. We'll get off my graveled up mat. Ugh. Let's do pigeon next. So plant both palms, come to a push-up position. And then I'm going to start my right leg. So my right shin is 90 degrees for the rest of my body. Ooh, untuck the left toes. Oh, okay. You can either come down to your elbows or your forearms, or stay on your palms, whatever's good. All right, I'm going to give everyone 45 seconds to find their happy place here. Just hang out. Ooh. All right, we're about halfway to happiness. So another 20 seconds. Oh. We're gonna exit in 3, 2, 1. Plant your palms in front. Push your torso up. And then reach back with your left arm. Okay, pull in the left foot. Add the quad stretch. Or if the pigeon pose feels good, you can stay down there. Ooh. Let's stay here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release that left foot. Okay, return to a push-up position with that right leg. Let's bring that left leg forward. Oh. Okay, we're gonna repeat those 45 seconds so you can really find the position that works for you. Ooh. Mm. Mm. Ooh. All right, another 20 seconds or so. All right, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's plant the palms in front. Okay, bring your torso up. Reach back behind you with that right arm. Okay, feel that right quad stretch out. We're going to hold for 3, 2, 1. Release the right arm. Let's sit on our heels. Sit up nice and high. Okay, knees are about as wide as your mat. Take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, come forward and down into child's pose. Okay, forearms and forehead on your mat. Relax your breath. Take a moment here and just thank our bodies for everything it does, and we ask it to do, everything it has done. All right, let's add a side stretch. So take that right hand out to the right. And stack our left hand over our right. Feel the left side stretch out. Ooh. And then let's come back to center. And then let's reach our left arm out to the left, stacking our ugh, right hand over our left. All right, let's come back to center. Let's just hang out here for a few breaths. And then come forward gently and rotate onto your back for corpse pose. Oh, relax your legs down, flat on your mat. Arms are at your sides. You can close your eyes if that's comfortable or gaze softly upwards. Do a body scan. We're going to stay here for 60 seconds, starting in 3, 2, 1. All right, that was about a minute. You can keep your eyes closed here. Point the feet at the bottom, reach the arms overhead. Give yourself a morning stretch. Let's reach side to side, arch your back, groan, do whatever you do before you get out of bed. And then roll onto your side and rest your head and face right on your hands. All right, whichever arm is on top, plant that palm on the mat. Push yourself back up. Sit back up into cross-legged position. All right, the sun's up. We're happy. Lengthen your spines. And let's do 3 audible breaths. So breathe in through the nose and breathe out with some sound. All right, number 2, let's breathe into the nose and breathe out with some sound. All right,
right, last time. Let's breathe in through the nose and breathe out some sound. Let's bring our hands to namaste at our hearts. May you have clear and kind intentions. Let's raise our hands to our foreheads. May you have clear and kind thoughts. Let's bring our hands to our lips. May you have clear and kind communications. And then returning our hands to our hearts. And as always, the light in me celebrates and honors the light in you. Namaste, my friends. Remember, pause your watches.
Thank you so much. Have a lovely week.
Thank you. You too.
Goodbye, friends.
Bye, friends.
Bye.
Thanks, Joe.